Did you know that even during a record-setting 43-day government shutdown, home sales they went up? Yeah, buyers didn't pump the brakes. In fact, they stepped back in, and that tells us something big about where the market is heading. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Each week, I break down the real numbers behind real estate so buyers, sellers, investors, homeowners can make informed decisions, not emotional ones. My goal here is simple, friends, to help you navigate a fast-changing market with clarity and confidence. That's what we're going to be doing today. But first, thanks as always for tuning in. If you find this helpful at any point, hit that like button down below and subscribe so you never miss any upcoming weekly updates. Now, let's get to the headlines. Now, mortgage rates have dropped from about 7% earlier this year to a low to mid 6 range as of October. But that may not sound dramatic, but this shift is unlocking demand. So according to NAR's latest report, existing home sales rose 1.2% last month, even in the middle of this historic government shutdown that we spoke about. Now, year over year, sales are up 1.7%. And well, you may be asking, well, why does this matter? Well, because lower rates reduce monthly payments. And when affordability improves, well, even slightly, millions of buyers who were on the sidelines suddenly start running numbers again. We're also seeing mortgage applications jump 26% year over year, which is basically the early warning signals that buyers are gearing up to get back into the market. Now, NAR's chief economist Lawrence Young went a step further. He's projecting a 14% rebound in home sales by 2026, with 2025 serving as a warm-up year. Translation to all of this? Well, momentum is returning. Now, let's shift lanes and talk about pricing. Nationally, the median existing home price rose 2.1% year over year to $415,200. Now, NAR expects another 4% increase in 2026. But the nuance here, well, some markets are seeing price adjustments while others are, well, bidding wars and above list sales. Why is all this happening? Well, it's simple. Inventory distribution. Even though inventory is up 11% year over year, well, supply is uneven. Tight markets, especially in the Northeast, are seeing the steepest price gains. Meanwhile, markets with more available homes are starting to correct. Now, one of the things that's keeping price strong, though, is the distress is rare. Foreclosures and short sales made up just about 2% of transactions, identical to what it was last year. Now, that stability helps prevent, the rapid downward pressure that we saw in past downturns. And let's not forget equity. Years of appreciation have given homeowners a massive amount of leverage here. Many move-up buyers are using that equity to pay more cash, which is why 29% of all October's home purchases were all cash deals. Now, here's where the story really gets interesting. NAR's latest annual profile shows for the first time home buyers hit a record low of just 21%. Now, compare that to the historic norm of 40%. Now, here's something else that's pretty interesting. Median age of first-time homebuyers hit 40 years old. That is another record high. But month-to-month activity tells a slightly more hopeful story. First-time homebuyers accounted for 32% of October sales. Now, that's up from 27% a year ago. The catch? Well, location determines your reality. Northeast, brutal supply shortages. West, well, high prices will keep buyers out. Midwest, well, affordable homes equal healthier first-time buyer activity. The South, well, there's enough inventory for buyers to compete. In other words, if you're purchasing your first home, where you shop can completely change your experience. National trends matter, but as we keep echoing on this channel, real estate is local. Real estate is local. Here's how October played out. Northeast, sales flat month over month, up 4.3% from last year. Prices up 6.5% to $503,700. This is the tightest inventory market driving the fastest price growth. Then we have the Midwest. Sales up 5.3%, up 2.1% year over year. Median price $319,500. Now that's up 4.6%. This remains the most affordable in the balanced region. Going down south, well, sales are up 0.5%. Year over year, sales up 2.8%. Median price $362,300. Now that's only up 0.3%. massive region with a wide variations between metros. Now let's jump over to the West. Sales down 1.3%, down 2.6% year over year. Median price $628,500. Prices are basically flat, but affordability is still the biggest barrier. Homes nationwide are taking longer to sell, 34 days on average. Now that's up from 29 days from last year. Now this shift gives buyers a little bit more breathing room, which reminds sellers that pricing strategy matters more than ever. So what do you take away from all of this? Well, the big picture is this: the housing market it's slowly thawing, I think is the most appropriate word here. Mortgage rates are retreating, buyers are preparing, inventory is inching forward ever so slow, and even though the prices remain elevated, the extremes of the last 2 years are easing. But your personal market, your neighborhood, your price bracket, your goals, well, may tell a very different story. Broad national averages can't replace a detailed conversation with a real estate professional who understands your situation. Again, something that we keep echoing on this channel. If you're planning to buy or sell in 2025 or 2026, start talking strategy now. Understanding trends early gives you the advantage when the real shift kicks in. All right, friends, and that is going to be it. If you found this update helpful, please hit that like button down below. It really does help the channel, and we do appreciate that. So thank you in advance. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts about the market and subscribe for more weekly updates. Of course, I'm going to keep breaking it all down every single week so you can stay ahead of what is coming next. And if you happen to be in California looking to buy or sell, I am a real estate agent right here in Orange County. So feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to sit down and chat with you. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.